Buenas noches, todo el mundo. You didn't expect that from an Aussie, did you, eh? You can probably tell from my accent I've been in Cancun. Now, this guy's got his back to me, that's a good way to start, sir. Comedy show, Martin was on before, he's finished now, okay? He's going to make jokes about us, he's going to make jokes about Martin, it's all good. This is wonderful, this is comedy in Mexico City, I'm excited. A couple of things just quickly, I've never done a show with aircraft flying overhead, this is amazing. Do I have to duck at some point or what? Now I might speak fast, I'm going to try and slow down. I have been in the country for less than 24 hours and already am making mistakes. First of all, I went to Tepito. Yeah, good advice, thank you. But it wasn't all bad, I ended up with a shirt that said Giorgio Normani. Well, that's alright, you know. Anybody here from Tepito? Okay, please leave. Nothing against you, but I would like to survive this. I also been to Polanco. Anybody from Polanco? Please leave. And take your bodyguards with you.
I
love it here, Mexico, I love it, this is fantastic. Oh good, it's so good to be here. Of course, the other mistake I made, and this is a true mistake, I literally just made it here. In English-speaking countries, most of you have been, would know that when you go to the bathroom, the toilet, the servicios, it usually says M for men or male, and F for female, so straight to the M. The ladies are going to be like, why is he standing up? Your head is, I'm learning. Made the same mistake on Tinder, it was... But Martin and I are dating now, so that's good. It's a great country, I'm really excited to be here. I'm going to be doing some shows in the US. I'm far more excited about being here amongst you lovely people supporting live comedy. What can I tell you? People said to me, when you come to Mexico or any country, it's very important to try to blend in, okay? Try to be like a local, try to blend in. So I did the first thing I could think of, come down here and work illegally. I know you guys don't do it. I know, you're here, right? You're not doing that run across the border. Has anybody tried the run across the border? No? You didn't make it. You're still here. I mean, I've been to America, I'd rather be here, you know. Now, I'm just saying that, but actually I'm going there next. Anyway. But I thought if I moved to Mexico, what could I do? You know, I have no education, I barely speak Spanish. I mean, I really have no options for work or for a career in Mexico, so I just thought the obvious option would be drug lord, right? I thought I could make a good drug lord. Huh? Any drug lords in? Tepito again. But maybe you can give me some advice, because I was looking for a really cool nickname, you know, like, and all the good ones are taken, you know. What is it, like El Chapo and what is it, La Vara, is that what it is?
La Barbie.
You know, thank you. Drug lord. Anyway. Works every time, buddy. So I thought, you know, like, gotta get a cool nickname, and so my friend told me come up with El Cabron. Right? You like it? You're gonna try me, El Cabron, you like it, huh? It suits you, motherfucker. No. Because I thought, what a great lifestyle, you know, lots of money, free drugs, houses all over the country. If you get caught, you go to prison, you get free meals, free accommodation, and when you want to get out, they build you a tunnel and a motorbike. Sometimes you get a helicopter. I love it. I'm not going to survive this gig, am I? Sam, you can say anything you want in Mexico, and then they went. So, I've been in the country less than 24 hours, and sorry to say, but I already hate your president. I don't hate him, but I've learned a lot already, because every single person that tells me about, they're like, we hate the president. The president is an idiot, he doesn't read, he's really stupid, and I'm like, so I realized that Peña Neta actually is Spanish for pain in the neck. And apparently I learned that like there was a kind of mystery about, nobody's related to him, are you? Yeah, it's my cousin, huh? That's why he's on the phone. Senor, no, we have a problem with a gringo. But I'm not a gringo, I'm Australian. We're far more. Do you guys know the difference? I'll tell you in a second, okay. I'm going to finish the thing about Peña Nieto because apparently there's a nationwide mystery about what happened to his ex-wife, am I right? Yeah. How did she die, blah, blah, blah. She died from listening to his speeches. And reading books to him at night. I mean, so I've come up with a solution for all of you about how to deal with this issue. By the way, thank you very much, Fidel Castro, for coming in tonight. Good to see you still alive and kicking. How is Cuba these days, eh? Viva la revolución, eh? Oh, okay. He's taking a photo. It's not the real Castro. All this time I knew you, Miguel, but you didn't tell me you live in Fidel. Oh man, so yeah, I've come up with a solution for the whole Peña Nieto issue, and it's going to solve two issues, okay? Like, how good are Mexicans at baseball? Are you good? Yeah. You're pretty good, right? But will you win a World Series? Yeah. Not yet. But wait till you give everybody in the country baseball bats and turn Peña Nieto into a piñata. You get rid of two problems at the same time. You put your baseball and you get rid of the president. Okay, have I gone too far yet or no? So I was telling you about gringos. Do you all know the difference? Where's all the gringos here tonight? There you go. Up the back where they belong. I'm being so racist, it's not fair, but anyway. So gringo means American, right? Not Canadian? Where's the Canadians? Okay, just the one. Right, mate, he's even going number one. Now, I want to explain something for everybody because there is a big difference between Americans and Canadians. Americans, when they come to Mexico, they come here to relax. Canadians come here to defrost. Which part of Canada are you from? The cold part? Good. The coldest of the cold, Alaska, not something. The coldest of the cold in Canada. This cold. Cold town. Cold town. Okay, good. I'll do the jokes. You can't involve Canadians in comedy because they're too polite and it just doesn't work. Whereas Americans, you can make fun. Anyway, I like British Columbia because they're two countries that shouldn't fuck. No, Britain and Colombia, because it ends up. Anyway, has anybody been to Canada? Beautiful country, lovely people. Unfortunately, their nightlife is just like their wildlife: beavers, badgers, cougars, and skanks. What? If you're going to heckle, pick English or Spanish. I'm Argentinian, I don't speak that. What did he say? Que guide. That's my Castellano because that's how I learned my Spanish. Sorry, it's okay. You can. No? You finish? I don't mind if you want to ask questions. Is everybody following what I'm saying? Okay, Americans. Where's all the Americans from the West Coast? Cool. Where's all the Americans from the East Coast? Where's all the Americans from the Midwest? Where's all the Americans from the Middle East? Still there, man, still there. I don't know how much time I got here. Can somebody tell me? Because I don't want to take anyone else's more. Who is that? That's you are your Dan. 4 minutes. Oh, 4 minutes to wrap all this up. I got so much more to tell you, but I'll give a free plug. SamMcCool.com. Facebook, Twitter, Tinder, you name it. I'm on there. Ladies and gentlemen, I do get to travel the world doing comedy. I love it. It's great to come to a place like this and make you lovely people laugh. And please come back here and support these guys, these fantastic comedians. One thing I always get asked when I go to a country, first of all, do you think I look Mexican?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Some people say, yeah, you look like a Mexican, but you sound like Speedy Gonzalez. Some guy told me I look like a Chihuahuan because Chihuahuans are very tall, no? Or two Chiapans because it's one on top of the other. I'm learning. But even in Australia, where I'm from, even in Australia, people say, like, hey mate, what's your nationality? What's your nationality? I go, Australian. They go, yeah, nah, but before that. What do you mean before that, man? You want to know about my past lives? I go, yeah, what's your background? I go, this wall. I go, no, what's your descent? I go, downhill. They go, where are your parents from? I go, their place. They go, what's your ancestry? I go, Neanderthal. That's a bit far back. Mate, where were you born? I go, Sydney. Oh, right, you're gay then, are you? I don't know if you know this, Sydney is the gay capital of the world. Did you know this? No? It is, it's the gay capital. We have more gay people in Sydney than any other city in the world because we're outbreeding everybody else. Yeah, you can come. It's okay. But I'm actually what I like to call an embracist. Has anybody heard of this? Embracista? No?
Yes.
It's not true, I made it up, but it's... An embracist is the opposite of a racist. It's someone who likes to travel around and learn other people's language or culture, eat your food, frijoles and chipotle, what is it?
Tacos.
Tortillas. Tamal, thank you very much, and all that other great stuff. I like to, it's about absorbing, and people, if I have to explain it, it's basically like a trilingual metrosexual who drives a German car on his way to yoga while eating sushi in his Italian designer suit, hecho en Mexico. Racist. Okay. I'm going to try this. One of my favorite heroes when I was growing up was not a superhero. It was a guy called Martin Luther King. Have you heard of? Yeah. Martin Luther Los Reyes. Julio. I'm trying to translate, you know. You know about his speech? It was a beautiful speech, but that speech is now about 1960s and only about America. And I think that it's about time that we updated that speech and made it modern and global, moderno and global. Spanish is easy, it's like English with a bit of a just Asilo. Anyway, so I think if Martin Luther King's speech was updated for the modern world and global, it would have gone a little bit more like this. I have a dream. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, lady boys and lady girls, hermaphrodites, troglodytes, transsexuals, transgenders, gender benders. Whether you look like Marilyn Manson or Marilyn Monroe, I have a dream for you tonight. Whether your skin is black, white, brown, chocolate, caramel, maca latte. Whether you're lightly freckled or heavily freckled, lightly tanned, deeply tanned, or your last name is Tan. I have a dream for you tonight. Once upon a time, our forefathers said that all men are created equal. Now, if we can agree we got forefathers, then how the hell are we still homophobic? I have a dream, my brothers and sisters. I have a dream that all the people of the world can get together and overcome their differences. I have a dream that one day, the people of North Korea and the people of South Korea will overcome their differences and plane. Go again. Anyway, the Spanish version is coming up at midnight. I have a dream that one day North Koreans and South Koreans will overcome their bitter dispute the only way Koreans know how, Gangnam Style. I have a dream that one day people of North Panama and the people of South Panama will overcome their watery divide and build a bridge over the Panama Canal. I have a dream that one day Americans and Canadians will realize they're not the only people who play baseball. And let everybody else play in the World Series. I have a dream that one day Russians and Ukrainians will stop fighting each other and form a new country with a capital called Donetsk and a new policy, Donetsk, don't tell. That joke's not for everybody. I have a dream that Serbians and Croatians will overcome their differences and form a new country called Yugoslavia, where they bend over backwards for each other instead. I have a dream that one day Christians and Muslims and Jews will get together in the holy city of Jerusalem and turn to each other and say, wait a minute, you mean your ancestor is Abraham and my ancestor is Abraham and his ancestor is Ibrahim? Come on guys, 2 out of 3, not bad.